Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have the screened-in patio deck cover, and let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions I have here. So overall dimensions from the length I have at 15 foot 10 inches, the depth I have at 11 foot 9 inches, slightly off here. I have a ceiling height here of 8 foot 6 inches from the finished floor. I also have the eave section here coming out at 8 foot 2. Total ceiling or roof height I have here at 12 foot 3. You can see there's a ceiling fan here. I have it in the center of the structure itself, and I have that at 4 foot 4 inches in diameter. Screened in, or excuse me, there is a sliding door here, and then we have a screen door here that rotates into the structure itself. And you can see that it is an all flat ceiling, so that is important to note. And let's go ahead and look at what my options might be. So let me go ahead and turn off those dimensions. And also you just might notice I have a dining table here and a couch over here for reclining. This may or may not be the layout that they have, but something that I've just thought about, so I placed it there. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and look at the first recommendations. This is going to be my preferred recommendations. I'm also going to turn off the screened-in windows here just so that we can maneuver through the plan a little bit easier. And then let's go ahead and throw that first option in here. And the first option I have is using the WD-6024 with a flush mount. This would be my preferred application. Now you're going to see that I have some rafters over here, and I don't believe that's actually going to look like that. I think my eave section, I only have it at 12 inches. It may come out a little bit further. It might be a little bit higher. But in any case, if this is all flat, then the eaves shouldn't be an issue. But the one thing I should just mention and show you is that if these are the rafters here, then these units may or may not fit within that span because of the 1 hour fire rated drywall surrounding the flush mount kit itself. So what you have here is you have the flush mount kit itself, which is right here. You have the heater, and then you have the drywall space inside of that flush mount kit. That's a minimum of 8 inches height, so just note that. In any case, let's go ahead and look at the clearances, and I'm going to look at the clearances below because of this doorway here. That's my major concern. So if this doorway does swing in and it is the dimension that I have, then you can see that the clearances are being penetrated, and this door would be an issue for that. So let's go ahead and also look at the distances I have from each other. So center to center on each heater I have at 8 foot and 3/16 of an inch, and that would allow for the clearance to be met. Let's go ahead and put those dimensions back on for a second. So the clearance is to be met within that fan diameter of 4 foot 4. We can see that we're right on the edge of the fan. Now, if the fan blades are not combustible, then you can move the heater a little bit further over. You just don't want this clearance, which is 18 inches on all 4 sides, 36 inches down. You don't want it to penetrate the motor, obviously, and you don't want it that close anyways. But in any case, well, I should also show you, I'll show you here in just a minute here, that we don't want the ray to penetrate the fan blade if it's steel, because mostly they'll have like aluminum fan blades, and penetrating the fan blade itself would become an issue with even if it's non-combustible. So in any case, let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off these dimensions here real quickly and look at that footprint of heat. I'm going to turn off that clearance for a minute just so we can kind of see that. With the heater distance of 8 foot roughly center to center, we have a nice footprint of heat, and this is my preferred footprint of heat. However, again, we have that issue with regards to this doorway here, and so this may or may not work. If we were to maybe just move the heaters approximately 12 inches in, you can see that I need to remove the ceiling openings. Then we shouldn't have an issue with regards to this doorway here. And looking at the clearances below, we're meeting the clearances here on the right, also on the left here. But you can see the footprint of heat is slightly changed. Let's go ahead and maybe look over here a little bit. We're not really penetrating this area as well as I would like. Also, I'm choosing the 6,000 watt unit based on the fact that you have a longer footprint of heat than I'll be showing you here in a minute. But in any case, they are a hotter unit, and you'd probably want to have a control system on this unit. I'm going to go ahead and move these back over here. But you'd want a control system on a 6,000 watt unit because of the fact that, you know, at different times of the year, you're going to want more or less heat, and that would be very nice for a long-term use. So in any case, that is the first option I like, except for the doorway here. And let's go ahead and look at the second option. The second option would be something like utilizing a WD-5024, which is a 39-inch long unit, as opposed to the 61.25-inch long unit. This unit here, you have those clearances. Let's see if we can pop that in here. So clearances will be met already with regards to this doorway here. And I have them at the same distance apart from each other, that 8 foot 3/16 an inch center to center, and they are all centered within the room itself. Let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So footprint of heat, you can see that it is an intense, just about as intense as a 6,000 watt unit. So again, a control system would be probably pretty nice. And also, you know, you can see the footprint of heat is fairly decent. We're just missing here just slightly again because it's not as wide as a 6,000 watt unit. But in any case, it would be a fairly decent application with the 5,000 watt unit. And again, a control system would be very important to consider. So let's go ahead and look at the final option that I might choose. There you go. And what that would be is maybe using a ceiling mounted unit. This is a CD6024. The one that is in the flush mount kit was a WD. So this one here, again, all the clearances are about the same. And we do, you know, we are penetrating this here. So, you know, another thing too to think about is, you know, if we just moved one unit, you know, 12 inches over, then that footprint of heat would be, sorry about that, the footprint of heat would be better. And that could be true in the other application as well with the flush mount kits. But I like to have things uniform in, you know, visually uniform looking. So that's why I chose what I chose before. But in any case, this would really be nice for this application, sitting over here and still providing enough heat on the outside edge on this side over here. Let's go ahead and look at that footprint of heat. And again, the control system would be very almost critical, I would say. Now, another thing you're going to notice is that that footprint of heat isn't as well over here as it was before, because of the fact that the heater is down approximately 9 inches below the ceiling height. So the finished edge of the heater 9 inches below the ceiling, and so that puts the ray a little bit closer to the ground, so it's not as wide as it would be if I was to, you know, lift the heater up. You know, if I was to show this, in fact, going up maybe even 24 inches, you'll see that that footprint of heat is wider, because this is a infrared light wave. As light travels through space, it bends, stretches, and decreases in its intensity. So the higher you go, the wider that footprint is, but the less intense it becomes. But in this case, it would be good if you had that control system on it, or go with a 4,000 watt unit if no control system would be the option that you're looking at. So let's go, and that would be true with the flush mount kit itself. You could go with a 4,000 watt unit, but in any case, let's go ahead and just look at this overall footprint. I think it's fairly decent, and this again is offset, and this one is in the center of the patio structure itself. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, we do complimentary designs at patioheat.com. Send your information to that email address, and please tap that like button. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not support our channel unless we receive thumbs up from our viewers, and we really appreciate that. And trust me, others do too, because that's how they find our channel. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.